What up? And welcome to another episode of What Are You Watching? The TV/film segment of the channel. And today I'm going over Frieren, story by Kanehito Yamada, with the anime running now, produced by Madhouse. The art of the manga is done by Tsukasa Abe, so gotta shout out that person as well, since the art definitely made me want to pick up the books. I wanted to cover about half the series since it has 28 episodes, is looking like, and the anime season is coming to an end. Frieren is a story about an elf who's also a mage and was part of the heroes party that took down the Demon King a couple years ago. So unlike Dragon Quest, which this reminds me of a little bit, we're not seeing the journey of the heroes actually trying to take down the Demon King. This is after that. And so it's kind of like a slice of life, day-to-day story of what she's doing and how she's going through life now that her journey has ended and it's an age of peace. And so if you enjoy a more laid-back story, but are a fan of just a magic world, and just like I did, I'm sure you'll become a fan of Frieren in general. She is a lovable character, but the fact that she is an elf and has such a long life, she doesn't have the same view as other members of her party did. At the beginning of the show, we meet the other members of her party: Himmel the hero, Heiter the priest, and Aizen the warrior. But of course, at this point of the story, they're a little older. And so unfortunately, we do see the passing of Himmel, and it does end up being a little sad because this is what kind of becomes a turning point for Frieren and makes her want to take a new appreciation for life in general. And so this is honestly where I fell in love with the show. And I feel like any person that has lost someone or felt nostalgia about a certain time in their life, or just has a certain appreciation for a time in their life that they spent with someone, you can relate to this anime, because as the story goes along and Frieren ends up making new acquaintances, we see the retelling of her past and just how much all those moments meant to her and the lessons that she learned from that journey. And so about halfway through the show, she's now accompanied by two understudies from her previous party members. We have Fern, who's a mage that grew up with the priest Heiter, and we have Mr. Stark, who was growing up with Aizen the warrior and is also pretty formidable himself. I don't have an axe, but I do have a hammer. And so like I said, the anime does throw in some action scenes every now and then. So shout out to Madhouse. Like I said, Frieren at this point of the story is a mage who's been alive for 1,000 years. And so she's very powerful. As much as a laid back and just calm person that she appears to be throughout most of the show, we see that she does have a serious side to her every now and then. So like I said, I think anybody that's just a fan of a good story, a more laid-back, day-to-day operation, will enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think about the series. If you are watching it, at about episode 14, they end up meeting a priest, so it appears to be that they will have a full party, so we'll see what happens next. Let me know what you guys thought about the series if you're watching it. Peace.